What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Broscast, episode 281. My name is Harrison, and I'm joined by my brother Nick, as always. Nick, how are you doing, buddy?
What's up? Doing good. Living life. Glorious.
Living life. 1,000,001 games to play right now. I mean, it's more games on the horizon. I mean, it's just an absurd time to be a gamer.
I'm good. We don't need any more games.
No. I think Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 is the end of this week, right? Or is that next
Galaxy
week?
2, yeah, this week. Ghost of Yotei is also this week.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I'll be playing. That's just too big of a game right now.
Yeah, I've got too much to play.
Yeah.
But I do want to play it, but I never played Ghost of Tsushima. So I mean, I played a little bit of it, but I didn't finish it. So I know it's not necessarily. I don't know if it's tied in with that story or not, or it's just like a spiritual kind of thing. But we'll see. But yeah, a lot of stuff to play. But before we dive into kind of the bigger releases of last week, Nick, how was your week?
It's good. Yeah, chill weekend. Did a maternity shoot on Sunday, so that was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, struck some poses.
Yeah.
Some poses. That was exciting. I mean, nothing really else. Just hanging in there.
How
about you? You've had a rough week.
Yeah. We I guess update on the fish situation. The other one did not make it, unfortunately. We were on the last day of it's called the ick. It is the parasite basically. So we were on the last day of treatment for that, and then we're going to switch her over to antibiotics. I mean, that would help her regrow her scales and her fins and all that. She would have to be on that for a while, and it's just stuff you put into the water.
Okay.
But sadly, yeah, on Friday, she was looking not super great on Thursday night. I kind of checked on her periodically. Wasn't looking super great when I went to bed. My wife and Kellen, my son, they said she was still alive Friday mornings, but I don't know. And then I checked her on at some point, like early in the afternoon, and she wasn't moving. So I ended up scooping her out of there and buried her with the rest. I think it just did too much damage. Maybe a little bit of heartbreak as well with not having the other fish. Probably a little bit of everything. So
yeah.
Kind of up in the air right now what we're gonna do, if we're gonna get more fish or not. Not really sure. Definitely not doing goldfish because they're just too hard to maintain.
Get a beta.
I think that might be what we do, because we've got the big tank. A 5 tank is like the minimum they should have, and we've got a 20. I mean, it sucks because we literally just were attempting to upgrade the other fish, but we have a 20-gallon tank now, so we can get that. We might get like a couple little shrimps to put in there, so that's the plan. Maybe potentially we may do something else. We're not quite sure, but we're gonna give it a little bit of time before we do that.
Yeah, I can't remember if you get two. I think
beta fish you can't. Yeah, you can't have 2 beta fish. You can only have 1 because they'll kill it. They'll kill.
Which is weird because there's betas everywhere. With humans, there's typically only 1 alpha.
This is true.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. Definitely gonna get some more fish since we got that tank, but yeah, we're still kind of deciding what we want to do with that. But yeah. Other than that, pretty chill weekend. Next weekend, wife and I are going to Florida. We're gonna go see the Jaguars and the Chiefs game on a Monday night, which is awesome because I've never been to a Monday night game before.
That'll be awesome.
So that's gonna be super super fun. And the Chiefs feel like the Chiefs again. They were looking a little shaky first few games. Jaguars are doing pretty well this season, so I think it's gonna be a really really good game.
Wait, this coming weekend?
This coming weekend, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna leave Saturday morning, and then Monday night is the game.
So you're gonna leave Saturday morning.
Yep.
And Taylor Swift's new album comes out this Friday.
Taylor Swift's album comes out Friday.
I'm sure Brittany's very excited for this weekend.
Yeah. So the plan is Saturday. You know who Alex Warren is?
Yeah.
We're gonna go see him in concert. We just happened to looking up last weekend on Saturday. We were just kind of hanging out, and I got a notification. It was like, Alex Warren tickets are somewhere near you, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, well, you know what? Let me check for like if he's in Jacksonville. And sure enough, he was. So I was like,
No way.
they were relatively a good price. So I scooped them up. I'm like, all right, well, surprise, we're going to go see Alex Warren on Saturday, and then Sunday we're going to go see the Taylor Swift movie.
Nice.
The listening party for that, and then Monday is obviously the big game. So very excited weekend coming up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to. Well, I guess no, we won't have the podcast on Monday. We'll have it whenever next week.
Yeah, we might either
When
maybe skip next week, or maybe we'll do it like on a Wednesday or something if something kind of big happens. Because I'll be driving all day Tuesday, so I'll probably be pretty tired.
Are you guys driving down?
Yeah, we're driving down.
Okay.
Yeah. We already got a hotel. Well, we don't have our smart ID thing yet, which I know you can fly without it technically. But
the real ID?
The real ID. I know you can still fly without it, but just in case, we decided just to drive.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a passport, you can.
Which we don't.
Supplement.
We don't
Yours
have that either.
expired.
Yeah. So yeah, gonna drive. Probably leave around like 4 or 5. Actually, no, I think we're gonna leave a little bit later because we can't check in until till 3 on Saturday. So I think we may leave around like 7 or 8. Actually, nice. Get there, probably take a little nappy, and then get ready for the show that night. So yeah, super excited for that. But let's enough of that. Let's talk some video games. Nick, I want to start with myself, and then I'll let you finish off with the new stuff.
Okay.
Finally, I have shattered my ceiling in Silksong, and I am finally not into Act 3 yet, technically, but I finally beat the Gauntlet Challenge in Act 2. Beat another boss, Trebio, which was he's kind of a pain. A lot of bosses that throw stuff. Yeah, but he ended up being like a pretty fun fight once you kind of got all those movesets down pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up being pretty manageable. But yeah, he does throw a lot of stuff at you. And that can be really, really frustrating, which is kind of the problem I've had with this game in general is too many flying enemies, too many enemies throwing stuff at you. And then
too many mobs.
Yeah, too many mobs, too many bosses that spawn additional enemies to take. It's just real annoying, but finally ended up getting through that. Cleared a bunch of other side missions that I was working on, and I'm on the Act 2 final boss, and then gonna move on from there hopefully. But so yeah, feels good. Again, I told you before the show, but I was fully prepared to come into this episode pretty down on this game. But really down on myself because like, okay, I just maybe I just can't do this. Like I would say probably this and Sekiro are probably like the hardest time I've had with any one specific boss. And I still never beat Sekiro. I got past that one boss initially that I was stuck on for years. And then the very next boss was also like a pain in the ass. I was like, you know what? I'm not.
Which boss was that again? The one that you got stuck on after?
It's the one like you get up there and you're like on a bridge. It was like one of the monks, I think. Just a really, really annoying fight.
Oh, the one where you have to jump on their head.
Yeah, I think so.
That one is way easier than the owl, though. It's like
but I probably died about 20 or 30 times, and I was like, you know what? I think I've had enough of Sekiro.
Okay, never mind.
And you know, the same complaint I have with Sekiro, with Bloodborne, and definitely with Silksong is I hate mechanics where it requires me to constantly have to go back and farm literal hours. I have to do this to farm shard pieces in order to have tools, because like tools are absolutely necessary in this game to conquer some of these boss fights. I mean, you could definitely do it probably just skill alone, but in my case, I needed the tools for sure.
I need my tools.
I need my tools. But yeah, glad to be done with this fight so I can finally move on. I just want to see the rest of the game. Jeez, man, like I was getting so frustrated. So that after I beat that, I went back to Cronos finally, because that's what I really wanted to play, because I was really enjoying that. But I just was Silksong was just stuck in my head.
Stuck in your head.
So I got a little bit further into Chronos, unlocked another cool mechanic. I don't want to give it away or anything like that, but really, really enjoying the atmosphere of this game.
It was in the trailers.
Yeah, the enemies, the combat still isn't like, I wouldn't put it better than like Resident Evil or anything like that. It's still missing like the dodge and stuff like that. Quick turn that I complained last week about. But it's fun, man. It's fun. It's fun traversing through the environment, specifically the area that I was in. It's very reminiscent of like Resident Evil 2, like in the police station or like any sort of Souls game where everything kind of connects back onto itself.
Yeah.
All the upgrades in this game are super fun, super rewarding once you get them. Yeah, and I kind of like, maybe some people don't like this, but I love managing a good inventory and just like putting cores into like the safe place, and then going back out and say, okay, well, I don't need my my bolt cutter on this run. I'll put that up and then I'll come back.
I always have my bolt cutters on my hand.
I haven't put it away yet. It's always on hand, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like just picking and choosing which items you want to take. Because
so fun.
Nothing's worse in a survival horror game is leaving a room with one item in there, even if it's like something dumb, like an herb from Resident Evil, or 2 bullets of a shotgun. Like you're gonna need it regardless. You're gonna need that.
It's there because you need it.
Yeah. So I love that type of stuff. Yeah. Really, really, really enjoying Chronos. Runs like shit, but it's really fun.
Are you playing docked? Are you playing handheld?
I'm playing docked. Yeah.
Have you played any in handheld?
No, I have not. But I also
think it runs like shit in docked. It's
worse than handheld.
It's worse than handheld.
There was an update today. I'm curious for what that update did.
Okay, maybe it fixed it because I played like probably 70% handheld, and boy, had some issues on the Switch too. But it was still fun. It was still awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're way more of a handheld person than I am. Like I haven't played a ton. Like I played a lot of Hollow Knight and handheld because that just plays so good. But
yeah,
I prefer just to play it on handheld. Like last night, I was pretty tired, but I was like, you know what? Let me get a little bit further into Chronos and just so I have more to say. So I had my TV, like my smaller TV in front of the big TV. I was playing Chronos on the big one. I had football on the on the smaller TV. So I had a good
living large.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, you also have a specific gaming room though, whereas
True.
I have the living room, and if we're watching TV or something,
yeah,
sometimes I don't want to take up the TV. I'll play some handheld.
All right, I'm curious about the patch notes now. I'm kind of looking it up real quick. I'm seeing this is a Switch specific. PS5 game, patch note, PC, PS4. Let's see. It addresses major crashes, gameplay blockers, cutscene issues, performance.
Oh, okay.
But I can't tell PS5, PC, and X. So this is all PS. So it's not.
So it's not even Switch 2, the one that's suffering the most.
Yeah. Which I typed in Switch. Oh well.
Weird.
Anyways, I'm sure there was some sort of updates to that. I wish like in patch notes when you download them on the system, like it told you what it was, like what it fixed. Like that would be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Because like oddly enough, like right before I beat the gauntlet in Silksong, there was a patch. And I don't know if they fixed something on it. I mean, I got through the patch, or got through the gauntlet, like the skin of my teeth. But weirdly enough, like I think the first try or second try after I downloaded the new patch, I was able to beat it. So
you think it was something related? Because Silksong's patch notes have been pretty detailed.
Yeah, they have been.
So they would have I feel like they would have called that out if.
So I'm not quite sure if there was a fix in that specific area because I don't really know what they would have like less enemies, but all the enemies were the exact same. I was still taking the same amount of damage, still dishing the same amount of damage. It felt like so.
Yeah,
not quite sure. But yeah, that is what I have been playing. Obviously, I want to play Silent Hill F, which you'll talk about here in a second. Definitely want to play Hades 2. Probably gonna hold off on Silent Hill for the moment until I get back, but I think I may pick up Hades 2 and take it with me. When we're in the hotel and stuff like that. I think that'd be a perfect little travel game.
Yeah. So I real quick on Cronos. On Cronos, I did finish it last week. I loved this game. I thought it was so cool. I mean, what you were saying is spot on. Like, the inventory management is really fun. Exploration is really rewarding when you get those cores and you can expand your suit in your inventory, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
It's challenging. Like, there are very challenging moments where you really have to like space out your distance between you and the enemy so you can charge up your shots appropriately, because I feel like the game really pushes you to use your charge shots.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I use.
Yeah.
The only problem is, and there's upgrades for like stability, but a lot of times you'll charge up and they'll do like a little shimmy or something, or they'll run at you and you miss and you're like, fuck. So
yeah, because ammo is very precious in this game, just like it is in other Silent.
But I like in this game where I'm not remembering correctly, or maybe this is a new kind of mechanic, but being able to quickly manufacture ammo on the fly is super, super convenient.
I don't remember that from many other.
Definitely wasn't in Resident Evil. It wasn't, I don't think, in Dead Space.
It wasn't in Silent Hill, right?
I don't think so. No, I don't. Because you couldn't create ammo in Silent Hill, right? It was just you had to find it.
You had to find it.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had to find ammo in that game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like that was cool. That's a really cool mechanic, and you're kind of balancing those resources as well. Like, you don't want to max out your crafting resources and then pick up another resource, but sometimes you don't have space to craft something. So like it's this very like, I mean, for fans of survival horror, it's a very fun dance to play.
Yeah,
especially
and that's the best part. It's like that feeling of like, okay, I barely made it through this boss arena or something like that with one bullet left. And then like, again, I talked about it last week, I think, with like the fire mechanic, being able to, okay, well, I can use this here because I know there's going to be an enemy that's going to absorb this enemy and become stronger, or I can use it to clear off this area, and I can find like a little secret spot and find even more ammo. It's like, like you said, that it's kind of the balance. But I mean, the good news is in every like safe area, you get a free fire charge. So that one, I think, I think that one constantly responds as long as you don't have one in your inventory. So it's not a huge gamble with that one. So you can kind of use it, not leisurely, but you're not
always there.
Yeah, you're not locked in, and for the most part, you can always go back to some areas, as long as you haven't done like a big story kind of moment. You can kind of go back to an area.
I guess if you wanted to, you could go burn all the bodies in the area, because you can just go back and forth between the
that's true. Although like it's not really a big issue, because if you catch them before, like in the process of like trying to absorb them, you can stop it.
You can stop the merge.
Now, if you don't stop the merge, you are going to be fighting a pretty strong enemy.
You're toast.
Yeah,
you're toast. Yeah, some very challenging moments in that game, but overall, I really loved it. One of my favorite experiences of the year. I think.
So where does this fall on, like between Dead Space, Resident Evil, Silent Hill last year? I mean, where does this kind of land in those games? I mean, obviously, like those games just run better, but it's also not fair to judge that because we're not playing it.
We're not playing it on Series X or PS5.
So,
I mean, I would say, it ranks slightly below those games, like slightly below Silent Hill 2, Resident Evil 4, Dead Space, but like, it feels like your greatest hits of all of them. Like the apartments section at the beginning of the game kind of reminded me of Silent Hill a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you have like the more industrial area.
And there's no map in this game, right?
No, there's not.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Well,
cool. I'm glad you've been enjoying it.
Oh yeah,
since you finished it,
loved it. Excited to play more of New Game Plus.
Yeah,
when I get back into it. Speaking of survival horror, I also picked up Silent Hill F. I've been playing that for probably put like 4 hours into it at this point.
Okay.
About like an hour or so at a time. It's one of those games you can only put so much time into.
Yeah, I mean that's how Silent Hill 2 was. I could give it maybe 2 hours max, and I'm like, I'm not feeling great about myself right now.
Yeah, it's just really grating. To be honest, I'm pretty lukewarm on this game right now. I think the story's great. I love the characters. It kind of has like that Silent Hill feel to it, where everything is kind of uncanny. Like all the characters are a little bit out of place, off. a little bit off. And that's definitely intentional. And then, you can't really trust what the main character is seeing or saying either. Like other characters will say stuff. And you're like, did you actually say that? Like, what do you mean by that? So there's a lot of like psychological stuff going on with it.
Okay.
So that's the good parts. The bad part is the combat is terrible. I mean, it's really bad. The reviews weren't lying. I think it's Silent Hill 2's combat was, I thought, fine. Like it was serviceable. So
is it just Silent Hill 2 without the guns and it's just the melee? Is that
without the guns, and there's no like weight to your attacks.
Okay.
And enemies take forever to kill. And it does another thing that I hate, and I didn't realize I hated it this much until this game. But when you dodge as a character, once you dodge, it completely stops your momentum and you stop in your tracks, and then you have to walk forward again. Whereas in other games, you can just like in Silent Hill 2, you kind of dodge and you kind of like shimmy a little bit after that, and then you can go into a run or a walk.
Yeah.
This one, just you dodge and you completely stop.
Oh, okay.
And then you have to wait a second, and then you can run again. And I don't know why it's grating on me so much. And maybe there's
stamina in this game, right? It has something to do with that.
Yeah, there's stamina. It's not like my stamina bar is drained. It just happens every time you dodge.
It's just part of the movement, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, just part of the movement. And maybe there's some sort of story implication to just feeling as like frail and weak as you do feel as the player.
I mean, you're what, a 16-year-old girl?
Yeah, you're like a high school student. So like that makes sense by itself.
Is there any like upgrades that you get for combat at all?
So there are different melee weapons you can find, and they all have weapon durability, so they're going to break.
Degradation. Okay.
Yeah, you got degradation. Then you have,
which is not my favorite mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. Like that I'm not too upset about.
Yeah,
but just it compounds with everything else. And then there's they're called emu shard. It's like upgrades for your character. Like you increase your max stamina. You can increase the amount of slots you can hold for like charms that also do other buffs. So there are things that can increase your health, stamina, power. I think there's stuff that can increase your power. I'm not actually sure.
Like similar to like the Resident Evil 4 kind of thing with like the charms that you can put on the briefcase, kind of like that.
Yeah, kind of similar to that.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool. Okay.
But it's just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It takes place in a small town in Japan, and it switches between that setting, which I really like this setting, but it switches between this and kind of like a dream world. And I'm not loving the story in the dream world, and that's kind of like half of the game.
Okay.
So, I'm going to finish it.
Yeah.
But I do find myself after each session wanting to come back to it a little less. But we'll see. I mean, maybe it all comes together at the end, but I don't know. And then also, one last gripe, and then I'll stop complaining. But there are two difficulty settings. There's story, and then
Okay.
there's hard.
Weird. Okay. You
Yes,
think
that's
yeah.
immediately kind of weird because you imagine story is like kind of
So
like
what did you choose, story or hard?
just hard to start,
Okay.
and one hit from an enemy does like half of your health bar. So that was annoying.
Maybe you should switch to story.
I did. So
Okay. You did do that. Okay.
Well,
sorry.
I did that after like an hour and a half because I was up against this stupid boss and I beat it. And then I got to another area and I realized that you couldn't change your difficulty settings unless you died enough. So I just like died a few times and then it asked me and I brought it down to story. But like you need
That's
3
annoying.
difficulty settings, right? You need the story, you need the normal,
Yeah.
and then you need hard. And
Yeah, like
that was
story,
kind of
challenge, hard,
weird at
or
first. Yeah.
however people want to phrase that. But yeah, that's a little weird.
Mhm. So I'm not giving a glowing recommendation right now, but I'm only 4 hours in. That could very much change.
The game's what, like 15 hours maybe?
Yeah, probably between 10 and 15.
Yeah. I think it's cheaper. I think it's not as long as Silent Hill 2 was. I think the first one
16 hours.
Yeah, I think I finished it between like 17 and 18 hours maybe.
That was a pretty long game.
It was pretty long.
Yeah.
And maybe it felt longer because it was just so scary. Like so like dreadful.
Seriously, dude. Positive thing about this game.
Okay. Give me some positives.
I'll give some positives. It is very scary. It's very atmospheric.
Okay.
It's a very pretty game. It runs really well, but like I've had moments where I've been jump scared.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my god.
Okay, well that's what I mean. That's what I want from these types of games. Obviously,
Yeah.
Does the game, since it's just melee only, does the game ever tell you, hey, maybe you should run more often than you're fighting? Since cause I believe you said that you don't get any sort of drops or anything from enemies, so it feels. I'm sure there's points in the story where like you can't move on without fighting some sort of enemy in an area to progress, but especially like a boss fight or something like that. But does the game like encourage you to try to not like avoid conflict at all times? Or
I don't think it necessarily like tells you to do that or encourages you to do that, because there are some areas where like there's a puzzle or like there's like a big area with different doors that you have to unlock and like kind of like this overarching puzzle, and there are a bunch of monsters involved and they're kind of chasing you around, and like you could continuously dodge them going back and forth trying to solve this puzzle, or you could just take them out.
Yeah,
it's like it doesn't encourage you necessarily to just run away from enemies outside of specific circumstances.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you hold multiple melee weapons at the same time?
Hold 3 weapons.
3. Okay.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
I think you get more upgrades. I think it's gonna get better.
I'm wondering if there's like a point in time in this game where like you get a weapon that's not breakable, and then it's like that's like the shift where it's like, oh, finally.
Well, there is that in the dream world. You get a specific weapon in the dream world that's not breakable, but in the
it doesn't carry over.
World, it doesn't carry over.
Okay.
I mean, that's not my gripe. My gripe isn't with the weapon durability; it's with the combat
itself. Okay.
Yeah, but there's this one moment that I have to tell you about, and I hate this stuff. It's so scary because Resident Evil 8 DLC had a similar thing, but it's when you look at a creature or look at something it's standing still, and you're like, are you alive? And then you turn around and you start hearing footsteps, and then you turn back around and it stops again.
Yeah.
And I had that, like, there was like this whole sequence in a field where they're almost like scarecrow people, except it's like girls kind of contorted and twisted up, like classic Silent Hill.
Yeah.
There was that whole sequence, and you have to like walk up to each one and pull a pin out of its chest, and if it's real, it'll attack you. If it's fake, it'll point you in the right direction.
Okay.
So you to like solve this puzzle. So I was like, I did that. I was like, all right, thank God I don't have to do that again. And then I was in another area of the game. I was in a school, and I was just like going throughout the school, and I, started this sequence where like I picked up a note or something, and I turned around and I walked back into the hall, and all of those scarecrows were back in the hall.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And I was like, bro. So I was just like slowly walking past them, and then of course one of them comes at you and attacks you. I was like, man, that's good game design right there. Like that is awesome cool stuff.
Yeah, that part in Resident Evil 8, that DLC was not, I don't think it was like super great or anything. But that part in the manor was like genuinely pretty terrifying the only time I played it, but yeah, it was pretty terrifying going through.
Did you ever play the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 campaign?
I got to the point where like you start to hallucinate and stuff, but I didn't finish.
They had a very similar moment in that game with mannequins.
Yeah, I think I was in that level when everything was happening, and I didn't finish that specific level.
Okay.
Maybe I'll go back and beat the campaign. I don't know. We'll see.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
But cool. Well, I'm glad like at least like the horror stuff element is good.
That stuff works.
Yeah,
it's really just the combat that's throwing me a bit, and I'm such a gameplay person.
I wonder if anything. Yeah, I wonder if anything like changes at all in the combat, like at all.
It doesn't sound like it based off of like what I've read from people.
Puzzles are pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, puzzles are good. Pretty similar to Silent Hill 2 remake. I mean,
a lot of opening a box and the item you need is not there.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of that. A lot of riddles.
Okay.
A lot of riddles. A lot of like open-ended riddles, and then the answer is way more obvious than you think it is. Like, okay, I overthought that greatly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what the New Game Plus looks like if there is one. Like if you get like a chainsaw or something ridiculous to get through there.
There is a New Game Plus, and I think it like gives some. I think the story is like kind of different in the New Game Plus.
That's what I heard. Is it there's changes in
yeah. I would love a nice shotgun or a chainsaw or something. Yeah, because Silent Hill 2 remake had a chainsaw, or was it something else?
It's a chainsaw you get.
Okay.
Like right at the very beginning of the game on New Game Plus.
So cool.
Yeah, kind of a bummer. I mean, like, yeah, it's like the combat itself isn't fun. If the melee combat isn't great, but you have gunplay, like that kind of makes up for it. But yeah, it's kind of odd. I think is this the first Silent Hill game with no like mainline Silent Hill with no like guns at all involved?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess we have played all of them, but
I don't think Silent Hill 4
didn't have guns.
Didn't have weapons. Shattered Memories doesn't have weapons. That was on the Wii.
Yeah.
I don't
know. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tell me about the potential game of the year, Hades 2.
Dude. As a fan of Hades 1, but someone who didn't ever finish a run.
Yeah.
This game fucking rocks. It is like probably the best roguelike game I've ever played.
That's what people are saying.
It's got the freaking permanent upgrades that you get every time. Every time you complete a run, there's so much stuff to upgrade. Like there's so many different resources, which is overwhelming at first, but really great.
Okay.
Because like you can upgrade areas within your run. Like you can upgrade them where you can find health more frequently. You can find gold more frequently. You can upgrade your weapons. You can basically like unlock perks that you can use for your run and upgrade those as well. You get charms. Like there is so much stuff that you can unlock in this game. There's so much dialogue as well, like so much new dialogue each time you play through a run, and like characters will remember you from the last time you fought them, and they'll know how far you got in the last run.
That's
so
cool.
Like they'll like acknowledge that. I mean, that's similar to Hades 1.
Yeah.
But that continues here. The characters are great. The base is great. And then dissimilar to Hades 1, where you could only go one route. In this game, you can go two. So you can go towards the underworld and do all that, or you could go up towards Mount Olympus and do everything over there. I've completed a run going to the underworld. So I've gone and like defeated the final boss there.
Okay.
And that just kind of like opens up another can of worms essentially. And now I'm trying to Mount Olympus and doing that.
How many times would you say you did that run until you beat the final boss?
Probably 20 plus times, like 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I never once felt frustration, even when I got to the final boss multiple times, like in a row. I was never frustrated because, like, in this type of game, you kind of know how it's going to end based off of what you're getting in your run, like what boons you're getting, what upgrades you're getting to your weapons. You kind of can guess
tell, like,
how it's going to play out unless something, considerable changes throughout the run. It's like by the time I got there, I had 1 life left. I was like, okay, this is just me learning the boss at this point.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got to the final boss. I had like 2 or 3 lives. I was firing on all cylinders. I felt great. And it's a fun time.
Well, and that's probably why I put a lot of because I put a decent amount of time into Hades 1, but I never ended up beating it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I loved it so much, is because just every run didn't feel like it was wasting your time. Like you were upgrading something in some capacity, and that felt really, really good. So I'm glad that Hades 2 is basically more of the same, but better. So cool.
Yeah, it's like I honestly cannot think of a single thing wrong with this game.
Yeah.
Like it might be the perfect video game. Objectively.
Yeah. Well, that's high praise.
Yeah. So I mean, who knows where this is going to fall on Game of the Year, and we have so many good games
left. Yeah.
Yeah, so many games left. So many incredible games that have come out this year. We've had Expedition 33, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Silksong.
This is going to be one of the best years. Like in like 5 or 6 years, it's like, man, like 2017 was a good year. 23 was a good year. 2007 was a great year. It's like it's going to be one of those years where it's going to be brought up a lot. Like, you remember this year? Oh my gosh, yeah. So
it's like the year of indies and lower price games, like double A games. Such a good year for those types of games. I love it. Yeah,
and then Nintendo charging $80 for or $70 for Wii games.
Nintendo is kind of, are they falling off? Did they fall off?
And you know what? I didn't realize, I guess, when we were talking about the prices of Galaxy 1 and 2, the bundle, I didn't realize that was also the price for the Wii, or for Switch 1 as well. It's $70 because they're just Switch 1 games. I guess I didn't realize that, thinking about that. And it's like, man, like $70 is the kind of the premium Switch 1 game, right? Like the only Tears of the Kingdom was $70 from like a first party. So like you're on par like with that, with a little bit weird.
It's a little. They should have done the 30 each or 50 for the bundle. Like that's just like Pikmin. Easy math.
Pikmin. What else did they do?
They did Bayonetta like that. Bayonetta 1 and 2.
Bayonetta, yeah.
I don't
know, man. Yeah, they feel a little bit more on the greedy side. I know Xbox, which we don't have it on our news, but yeah, we'll talk about it here in a second. But yeah, they feel a little bit more on the greedy side. More we get into the life of the Switch. I'm kind of realizing I was on the fence about it just because it's a brand new system, and prices have been $70 for a long time. But just I think it was Amiibo that did it for me. Like the new prices of the Amiibo are just like damn, like this is fucking like expensive. And I love Amiibo, and I want to collect Amiibo, and I'm probably going to be the sucker that buys the new Construct Amiibo, the Minoru Amiibo, just because I have all the other ones. So like I kind of need it, but Jesus Christ, dude.
You don't need it.
Jesus Christ.
Please vote with your wallet on this one. It's gonna be $60, probably.
That's insane. Fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think so far the Switch 2 generation has been carried by non-Switch 2 games, with the exception of Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the releases so far. Mario Kart World, Dragon Drive.
Overpriced, super overpriced.
Dragon Drive.
$80 for Mario Kart World is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Drive was just... I mean, I never played it, so like I don't really have much of an opinion, but from what I heard, it was just whatever.
Yeah. Mario Party Jamboree, Switch 2 Edition, Kirby Switch 2 Edition.
Yeah, I'm not really happy with my... But I jumped the gun on Bonanza DLC, jumped the gun. I think I probably, in hindsight, wouldn't have picked up the Kirby DLC, to be honest.
Yeah, I forgot about the Donkey Kong DLC, to be honest.
So...
That was kind of a cash grab.
For sure. Yeah. I saw the DLC. I was like, oh, this is exactly what I want. I wanted more DLC for Donkey Kong. And then I was like,
wait a second. The game came out a month ago. This has been done. This has been finished.
You guys just jumped on like the nostalgia train for people. That anyways.
That could have been a post game island.
Yeah, absolutely. Or a free update. Free updates are good.
They don't do that anymore.
No.
No.
All right, back to Hades 2. Any final thoughts on Hades?
I would recommend it to anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too difficult. You can always turn on God mode if you want, where I think you get gradually more powerful after each run. So if you're like really struggling with the game, you can just turn that on, and you'll get like a percentage or 2% increase.
They had that in Hades 1, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
Cool.
Yeah, incredible game.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna pick this week. I want to finish Cronos. I want to try to finish Cronos before this weekend, and then either pick up Hades 2, something like that.
What section are you in Cronos?
I'm after you get the boots. Like I'm right after that.
Okay, so you haven't gone to like the next major area yet.
I don't think I have.
Okay.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't because I'm still not. Yeah, I have not.
Okay. I mean, it's like a 10-hour game.
Okay, cool.
No.
Yeah, I'll get through it. I'll probably play it a bunch on. We'll probably be staying up a little bit on Thursday night. Just the Taylor Swift album drop.
I'm sure you will.
So we'll be. I thought about taking that day because she took the day off.
Really?
So, yeah. So I was like,
what is she gonna do? Just listen
out all day.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of like live listening parties.
So they're, Taylor Swift, like she's so Easter eggy with about like every little thing.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently she said something like some sort of tweet or some sort of message. I'm not quite sure where it came from, but it says we'll be partying past 3:00 or past 4:00 that night or something like that. So I don't think it's going to be a double album like it was with TTPD.
I hope not.
So I think she's going to release the vault tracks from Reputation.
Okay.
Now that she's acquired like the rights back.
Yeah.
Because there's no need to me. There's no need for her to do Taylor's version for
because it's her version now.
It's her version now. So maybe that, or maybe like I don't think she did like her debut album. I don't think she re-recorded that one. I think that one would be kind of cool. Get like a modern day like Teardrops on my guitar, like it'd be fucking fire. So that's kind of the speculation of what's going on right now to keep you in the loop.
I appreciate it. I hope it's not a double album. I hope all the effort went into this set of songs.
I think so.
I hope they bang, dude. I hope they're like really high tempo songs.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're gonna be. I mean, that's what Travis Kelce said. He said
on the podcast.
He said these are bangers.
Yeah. I believe him. I mean, he's not just hyping up his fiance now. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. And plus, it's gonna be fun like traveling to Florida. I was like, I'll give you a couple of album listens on the way, and then
this is like perfect for her. Like just jamming in the car.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good week. And then like I was like after we got the sorry for Taylor Swift talk for, I know it's a gaming podcast, but whatever.
Hey man, people are
like y'all got to the topic on time, but then y'all went on a tangent. But no, I was kind of gassing her up a little bit. I was like, you know what? Like, we got these Alex Warren tickets. Like, she's probably going to be at the Florida game. Like, maybe she's going to be at the show. You know, like,
you say that, but it's possible.
That's what I said. That's what I said. It's like it's a possibility.
Is she doing any other like day of concerts or like any listening parties or anything in another state?
I don't know, because like also like, you know, I said, well, you know, we're going to this movie on Sunday. Like,
Maybe
again, maybe she shows up. Like, I'm just gassing her.
We're gonna be near. Like, yeah, you're gonna be near near the team. You know.
Yeah. Well,
near the Chiefs.
All right, let's go over to the news here. Probably maybe not the biggest one necessarily, but EA is going private. They're being purchased for $55 billion by Saudi investment fund Silver Lake. You probably know a little bit more about this. What exactly does this? What's going on with EA?
I mean, they're just being bought. I mean, they were public before. They're being bought by a private equity company who is going to take them private. And, you know, I cannot say that this is going to be a good thing for the fans of EA or fans of EA games. I'm sure this is going to result in a lot of cash grabby stuff. Like,
do you think it'll be worse than what EA already is now?
I think so.
Okay.
I think they are going to chop up EA. I think studios are going to close. I think, you know, maybe the studios behind games like Skate or games like Jedi, Fallen Order, or any other single player game like Dragon Age, the Veilguard, like, I think all of those teams are now at risk, and the focus is going to be on the FIFA or like EAFC, Madden, college football, and any other lucrative.
I would assume, man, like something like Respawn, I think is like the big one, like that you mentioned. Like those are. I don't know how well the Star Wars game. I know there's a third one coming out. You know, obviously, not Titanfall. What's the other one? The
Apex.
Like I feel like they should be safe. I think probably Apex still generates a decent amount of money. And I would imagine like if they were gonna, I don't think they would just flat out shut Respawn down. I think they would probably try to sell them off. And I'm sure PlayStation or Xbox will come in and kind of scoop them up. Especially with Star Wars. I mean, that's such those games are pretty well received, very well received. The last one was really, really good. So, and we don't have to worry like studio like Hazelight, like they are an independent company that EA right now is just publishing their games. So maybe they don't publish them, you know, going forward. I'm not quite sure how that contract works, and someone else will pick that up. But yeah, you're probably right. They're probably just going to double down on Madden, college, NCAA. Stuff like that.
I can't imagine this resulting in anything positive for gamers. Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, that's huge. That's a huge purchase. $55 billion. I mean, that's what 14 billion shy of what Activision was purchased for. And I mean, look where Activision is right now. I don't think they're in a better spot than they were before they got purchased by Microsoft, but you know, people could argue otherwise. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they're still cranking out Call of Duty games.
I was texting a friend Matthew about this, and he said maybe they'll make a live golf game now. Since Saudi Arabia is so heavily invested in live. Like maybe they'll change PGA Tour to Live Tour.
Yeah, probably. They probably will do that.
Probably.
Or maybe they'll do both. They'll do PGA and Live.
Yeah.
So what? Speaking of golf, really, really quickly, what is the Ryder Cup? What is the kind of crux of how that's played? So I was watching the Pat McAfee show earlier, and they were talking about it, and I heard like Rory McIlroy like telling one of the fans like fuck off. I'm like, what? Do I need to watch this? Like this sounds awesome.
So
People
every
like
2
fans
years,
like yelling
Yeah.
during swings. I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
every 2 years, Europe and US will compete against each other.
Okay.
They'll form specific teams. Rory was obviously on the Europe team.
Yeah.
And this year it took place in the US. So
Yeah.
so because of that, you have rowdy US fans.
Of course.
And I think that that interaction is the result of one too many rowdy US fans that have pissed
So
off
is
Rory.
it the rules still the same? Like everyone just like plays
It's like
golf, normal golf?
it's I mean, pretty much like there are teams that are playing, and then there's solo matches, but you're trying to get to 15 or 16 points, and I think you get a point if you win a match or something, or win the game.
Okay.
So it's like it's split up over 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
And
Sounds interesting.
yeah, sounds fun. And my friend Doug, he actually went to the Ryder Cup. He like works at a company that partners with BMW.
Okay.
And they were doing like a sponsorship there, so he got to go to the Ryder Cup, and I think he gets back, or he got back yesterday. So I'm excited to hear what his thoughts were, because I think he got to meet some pro golfers.
That's cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun. It sounds like a fun concept.
Yeah.
And then just because golf is so like, you gotta be on your fucking P's and Q's and so professional, and like, which is kind of bullshit, because like literally every other sport has to deal with fans, and it's like, for whatever reason, golf, like, you just have to be fucking so quiet. Like, no,
man,
like,
it's just respectful.
fuck them. So that's cool that they could do that.
It's so funny. Like you can't handle pressure when you're swinging.
That's
like you
what I'm saying.
can't
It's like
handle like
a free throw or a kick, like, football, free throw, and basketball. You have that. I mean, that's the whole point of having like the home crowd, right? Is noise, the noise factor. You're quiet for when your team's on their third down versus the opposite for for the other team. So like, I feel like that stuff matters. And hell yeah, like get some liquored up crowd at these golf tournaments, and let them fucking, as long as they're not yelling crazy slurs or anything like that, but modestly respectful.
There is a specific tournament in the US each year. It's called the Waste Management Phoenix Open.
Okay.
And it's down in Phoenix, but fans are encouraged to like yell and berate the golfers, and everyone gets really drunk.
That's what it should be about, man.
Yeah.
Get them liquored up.
Apparently it's really, really fun. So
I love that one clip. I can't remember who's swinging. It might be Phil Mickelson, but like the guy in the back, like as soon as he hits, he's like, mashed potatoes or something. so funny, so stupid. So yeah, EA.
So yeah, that's EA.
We could be. I mean, I'm so, other than Respawn, like I just don't give a shit about like what EA is doing at this point in time. It's kind of how I look at them. So to me, they couldn't get any worse. I just don't play their games enough to even delve into their microtransactions. Like I haven't tried Skate. So they're just not really up my alley anymore. It never really were, I guess. I mean, Battlefield, right, is like kind of the big one, the big question. And it's like, what does that look like? What does that look like the next time, next go around?
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. You want to read the next one?
Yeah. Our friend Doug Bowser, the head of North America at Nintendo.
Yep.
He's retiring.
Seems like quick, right? Like I felt like he just got hired by Nintendo.
Well, no, he's been with Nintendo for
not hired, but like
years.
I felt like he was just like named president not too long ago.
Was it like 2019?
I guess it's been that long.
It's been a while. Maybe 2020? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a long time. But he's being replaced by Devin Pritchard. She's been with Nintendo for, I think, also 20 years, around that amount of time. So, that's very cool. People retire. Doug is, I don't know how old he is, but I'm assuming in his 50s or 60s.
Probably in the 60s, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
I did tweet out. I was like, drop the price before you go.
Dude, okay, this guy's probably been raising the prices
Yeah.
Doug Bowser, come on. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think this will have any
So
implications.
he's retiring by the end of the year, right? Like he's gonna.
Yeah, so he'll transition Devin into that, leadership position, and then he'll retire. I don't think anything will change for any of us, for any fans of Nintendo.
No, I mean prices are probably going to go up after the holiday, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I do wonder if any president of Nintendo will ever have the same amount of like camera appearances as Reggie had.
Yeah,
like showing up during directs.
Yeah, man, I miss Reggie, man. He had such a stage presence. Iwata was great too. Yeah, it was just like it's always a genuine like smile whenever you see this. And I still feel the same about Phil, right? Like I thought Phil was a very charismatic guy, or it still is. It's hard. It's with him specifically. Like Xbox has just been in a weird place the last 7 years. Like you want to feel for the guy, but sometimes you're like, all right, like what are we doing? So, but yeah. I don't really have much to say about Doug Bowser. We didn't really see him that much. I thought he didn't really have much to say. Like, and usually, I don't know.
He showed up to some events, I think, and
very
hands.
seldom. Yeah.
I mean, again, like he didn't have the presence that Reggie had. I think
one thing I hope that will change, and it probably won't, is I'm done with Nintendo Directs where every fucking game they show off, they have to have like a 30-second to 45-second clip after explaining the fucking trailer you just watched. Like that shit pisses me off. Like I guess we could add to the news, but we had the PlayStation State of Play last week. I thought it was great. It just kind of like everything just kind of just happened. There's no explanation. It's like you just saw.
You just saw gameplay of
what it'll look like. Yeah. I just saw it. Let's move on. And it's like, and especially like when they're this is gonna be 45 minutes. We're 5 minutes into this thing. We just now saw the first trailer, and now you're spending 2 minutes explaining the trailer. Like, stop doing that, please. Nintendo. It drives me bonkers. Anyways,
should we talk about the State of Play real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember much that was in there other than obviously we got to look at Wolverine, which looks awesome.
Yeah, Wolverine looks sweet.
Yeah,
excited for that. I mean, it looks. I'm glad they went the like ultra violent.
They had to, right? I mean, you can't have Wolverine and not have him like dismember people. Like it's just not possible.
Can't do it.
So it looks great. It looks like it's going to be kind of similar to like God of War, where there's like open kind of zone areas, which makes sense, right? I don't think we need a whole open world.
No.
But yeah, it looks great. Combat looks insanely gory. We got Mystique in there, a couple of other Marvel villains in there, so it looks awesome. I mean, Insomniac, they ever put out a bad game or like a mediocre product? Like all their stuff is 8 to 10s across the board, so I'm excited, man. Yeah,
looks awesome. Saros looks pretty cool as well. I mean,
the spiritual successor to Returnal.
Yeah, which I played a little bit of.
Yeah,
but maybe I'll pick this one up and check it out.
Looks cool.
It seems like it has a little bit more rogue light elements, like some permanent progression.
Yeah,
which I'm more privy to. Yeah. So maybe I'll check this one out instead.
Yeah, that one looks and visually looks really cool with all the I mean that's very similar to how Returnal worked, but yeah, it looks really cool. What else was in this thing? I can't remember.
Don't remember the middle. I remember the beginning and end.
There's the new like PlayStation speakers, which it's so funny. Like, who has their PlayStation like on like as like a desktop setup? Like genuinely, like you think so?
A lot of streamers, right? Yeah, a lot of PC gamers.
Okay, they have their PS5 sitting there on their desk or near.
That's where they game.
Okay,
that's their station, bro. That's their battle station.
That's their battle station.
That's their basement you're talking about.
So yeah, we got a new look at or we got to look at that speaker, which looks cool.
Yeah.
Did they give a price? I'm sure it's probably like $300 or something crazy.
I'm gonna guess 200 each.
Each. Each. Okay. I was about to say because like the Pulse headphones are like 200. Like the earbuds are like 200. Like it's very expensive.
No price. No price yet. Dang.
They unveiled like the God of War 25th anniversary controller.
Yeah.
Which looks cool. Yeah, I don't know what else was in that. Obviously, with nothing super memorable.
Flight Sim 2024.
Okay, yeah, that's coming. Yep.
Some Gran Turismo DLC. Battlefield 6 is getting a campaign.
Oh yeah, we saw the campaign trailer. That looks pretty good.
Halloween the game.
That one actually, like I don't really care for like the Dead by Daylight and like the other of one of those games. But this one actually looks kind of cool with the way they take the movie. It's like, okay, like Michael Myers walks everywhere. Like, how is he catching up with these people? But being able to like teleport and phase shift, like that's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
This game will probably last for like 3 months and then it's gonna be dead, like the other games. But it's cool.
It's probably fun. Neo 3 or Neo 3 got announced. Code Vein 2.
Okay.
Cool. I mean, yeah.
Nothing crazy. State of plays usually are kind of, just very hit or miss.
Yeah.
More on the miss side for me, but cool. You want to read the next one, Nick? I actually haven't heard of this one, so this was news to me.
Confirmed today that Bloober Team working on a Silent Hill 1.
Let's go.
Remake, which I am super excited for. They killed it with Cronos. They killed it with Silent Hill 2 remake.
Yeah. They're kind of getting into like the upper echelon of like the survival horror now, which is greatly appreciated. I don't feel like we have enough of that genre out there. So hell yeah, like Silent Hill, like you said, two was fantastic. Cronos is fantastic. So glad they are working on that. We didn't have this in the notes, but I think I talked about it earlier. The ROG Ally and the ROG Ally X finally got unveiled for the pricing. The ROG Ally, the Xbox ROG Ally, I should say, $600, $599, and then the X is $1,000, which kind of what I was expecting. I thought the two models would be more closer in price.
That's a huge difference.
Very, very large difference. So I think potentially I'm good. I don't need another handheld. But it's pretty competitive in terms of like, I mean, the Steam Deck OLED is $550. So, $50 bucks more, and you're getting something that's considerably more powerful. It's got the Xbox
native games. Plays Steam games.
I think it plays Steam, yeah. So
yeah, I think it does.
So pretty competitive. I'm sure like the X will have its niche market, but I was surprised by the price difference in that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Does that excite you at all? The ROG?
I don't need any other console or handheld. I'm good.
I'm good for like maybe 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
And unless like PlayStation puts out like something real cool, like handheld wise. But even then, like that's gonna be like $800, $900,000. I'm good.
$900,000.
So
I mean, Switch 2 is kind of creeping into that handheld system that can play AAA games.
Yeah.
At a decent quality. So, I don't feel like I'm missing out on a Steam Deck or a ROG Ally, anything like that,
No, and I don't travel enough either to like, because realistically, what would happen if I was to pick up the Xbox ROG Ally? I'd probably play it a bunch of handheld at first, but then after a month, I'm probably docking it.
Playing on Xbox?
Yeah, playing it on the TV. So
yeah,
so that's kind of where I'm at with those types of things. Moving on, Halo, they have their kind of final tournament, I believe, with Infinite this weekend. And there's some big news dropping. We don't know what that entails. We know Phil Spencer at Summer Games Fest or their Xbox presentation earlier this year mentioned, Gears of War coming next year, Fable, and the franchise has been with us since day one, which has got to be Halo, right? We're getting something next year. Whether that's, I mean, it's heavily rumored that it's going to be they're remastering Halo 1 again, which would make sense because they're going to put it out on PlayStation, and that way they can kind of restart that, I guess. Mm-hmm. But is it that? Is it something completely different? We don't know. But it feels time for Halo to come back around.
It does.
I know Infinite left a bad taste in people's mouths for whatever. I liked Infinite. I got enough time with the multiplayer, I think, that I wanted. Yeah, did I want more with Infinite? Did I want that DLC campaign? Absolutely. You know, would I have wanted more modes, I guess, maybe, you know, but I thought Infinite was fantastic. So yeah, I'm excited to see what the future looks like for Halo.
So that's 2021. So it's been 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see a fresh start for Halo. I think we need it at this point.
Yeah, and I thought the campaign for Infinite was pretty good, man. Like I just loved traversing that environment.
Love that grappling hook, dude.
Man, the best grappling hook in gaming. So good.
It was. Just the locomotion of it.
Yeah.
So seamless.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then last up, just very, very, very brief story here. So the Resident Evil Requiem director, he noticed from their demo that Japanese players preferred third-person mode, while Westerners preferred first-person mode. Obviously, it comes with both modes from day one, which is, I think, really, really cool.
Yeah.
I think if I had to guess what the preferred perspective for these different parts of the world, I would probably say it's perfect. It makes sense. I mean, Westerners love their first-person stuff.
Love their first-person shooters. Yeah. They love guns.
What is your? I mean, obviously, we haven't played the demo. I don't know if there's going to be an official demo for this game before it comes out. What's going to be your preferred playthrough, you think? Or are you going to be swapping?
There is a mode that will swap on the fly.
Oh, that's right. They do have that mode.
At the developer's discretion. So I think I'm going to do that mode.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with that because it'll probably switch to first person for sequences like the demo we've seen where you're running away from that, the mom, that big creature.
Yeah.
And then for like more open areas, you know, with Leon, once he becomes a playable character, of course, that would be like third person stuff.
They're gonna what was it, Independence Day 2, where they killed Will Smith's character like off screen because he didn't have time to film that movie. They're gonna do that to Leon. Like, oh yeah, Leon passed away due to something. He got killed in a motorcycle accident or something like that.
I don't know. There's a prominent.
That would be the biggest like fuck you to fans ever if they did that.
Yeah, there's a prominent Capcom specific leaker that has said that Leon is going to be in the game. His gameplay is going to take place in a different time period than the main character, and it's going to be more akin to something like, or more reminiscent to something like Last of Us, where it's going to be like grittier gameplay or a grittier story. So, but it's going to be a weathered Leon.
Yeah,
which could be really cool.
Just don't Joel him, man. Just don't do it to us.
No, do what?
Don't Joel him.
Don't Joel him. although that would be pretty crazy if they did do that. They have to start fresh. I mean, these characters are getting old.
They're like 50 years old. Like,
but they don't have to do this to their characters. They don't have to have so much of so long of a time jump between games. Like, these are fictional characters.
Yeah,
they can be young forever.
Why like between 1 and 2? I mean, obviously there's like kind of this exact same timeline. 3 same timeline, like within days. 4 was like what, 2 or 3 years later, I believe. 5, I'm not quite sure. I mean, 5 was Chris,
and then 6 was like 20 years later.
Yeah, it was like 20 years in the future, and then 7 and 8 were pretty close together. But then they had like the big, like at the end of that game, like with Rose, it was like 16 years in the future after that. So it's like, dude, like Chris and Leon are like
70.
Yeah, at this point. Which I mean, I think Leon was like what, in his early 20s maybe in Resident Evil, because he was like a rookie cop.
Yeah, early 20s,
probably
Resident
early
Evil 2.
20s.
I think he was in his 40s in 6.
Okay. Yeah, they don't have to do this. Like these could have been years apart.
They should not have done
Like
whatever they did.
how
in
was the
6.
world like not destroyed? Like you have these viruses that have just
really.
been out of control. Like nobody can stop them.
Okay, he's 21 in Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
He's 27 in Resident Evil 4, and then he's 35 in 6.
Okay.
And,
so maybe not as big as we thought.
And an estimated 48 to 51 in Resident Evil 9 and Resident Evil Death Island. I don't know. I didn't watch that one.
The anime.
Oh, he was 38 in Resident Evil Death Island.
Okay.
And then
So he's still got some kick to him then.
Still got some life in him.
He might be doing 1 backflip instead of 2.
Yeah. Chris will only punch a smaller boulder as opposed to a bigger one.
Yeah, and I don't know the new looking Chris. I don't think could punch him. They nerfed my boy.
Yeah, they baited that Chris a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe not as big as the time jump we thought, but still, like, yeah, they didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
whatever. Resident Evil was so like non-serious, anyways.
Yeah,
I'm very excited for Requiem. That's probably my most anticipated game next year. I would say between that and like I really can't wait for Gears Z Day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good year.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. All right, well, Nick, any final thoughts before we wrap up the show?
No thoughts at all.
No thoughts.
No thoughts in this end.
I am done. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to be the end of the show. We appreciate everyone watching, listening, all that good stuff. If you could review us on your favorite podcasting platform of choice, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. And we'll be back maybe next week. We might take the week off with me being in Florida, unless something just big happens next week, which I don't think that there will be. There's just too many games going on right now.
Yeah.
But if not, back next week we'll be after that. Just talking more stuff, man.
Just talking.
So many more games. So, all right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.